America's Ailish Cunniffe developed a passion for horses from an early age. Coming from a family of well-known equestrians, it's hardly surprising, but this year the 26-year-old has more than proved her right to recognition. A sterling season in the North American League Longines FEI Jumping World Cup qualifiers saw her earn a place at the prestigious Longines FEI Jumping World Cup finals in Omaha, along with her prized bay gelding, Vivaldi du Theil.
The passion runs through our veins in my family. We all love it. We all do it because we love the horses. We love the business. It's being around the animal all day, every day. I have always known that I've had a passion for horses. I grew up with parents that were in the industry, so I grew up on a horse's back pretty much. I was born and raised in South Salem, New York, on a horse farm, living right on the farm with the horses all the time.
From a young age, she loved the animals and the horses. She was incredibly shy and quiet and timid as a little girl, even on the ponies. But the minute she'd walk in a show ring, she'd just come alive and could do it. I mean, it was easy for her. Whereas outside the ring, you weren't sure, but when she walked in that ring, she was all business.
I really decided that I wanted to do this as a career when I went to college. I always knew that I loved this and I wanted to do it for the rest of my life, but I actually went to school and studied other things, and that's when I really realized, no, I want to do horses for sure, 100%. It is my passion.
Obviously, as she got older and moved up the ranks, we passed her on. It's not that healthy to be training your own child. I'm the biggest supporter. I think she has extreme self-confidence, which really shows up when she gets on a horse. As long as she believes in that horse, she goes for it.
Started with getting the horse. Having Vivaldi, without him I wouldn't be here. I got him during COVID, and it was kind of a last-minute situation. And then I knew the second I jumped him that he was perfect for me. We really thought that he was going to be a horse to teach me how to jump big jumps. I wanted to always jump big jumps, but I don't think any of us had the expectation that he would take me to a world championship.
I mean, it took her a while because she had never jumped jumps quite that big. She's really gone farther than we ever thought when we bought him that this is where she'd end up.
I treat him like gold because I don't know when I'll ever get another one of him. And so I spend most of my time thinking about making him happy and making him feel good. This is Vivaldi du Theil. He is 14 years old. He's a self-français gelding. He has a lot of character. I have had him for about 2.5 years now. He pretty much eats anything. Mince, he follows everybody around like he is right now, looking for treats at all times. Anything for food, that's his best way to bribe him. Around the barn, he's pretty docile, he's pretty chill, falls asleep on the cross ties, but he's a little mouthy and playful. And then in the ring, he has a lot of personality, loves to kick out behind, and just really shows that he loves his job a lot. He probably has more experience than I do, so he gives me so much confidence knowing that he has done all of these amazing things, but it is also his first championship. When I go into the ring on Vivaldi, I feel very confident. He is very small, but he has a really big heart. And actually, the bigger the jump is, the more of a push he gives you. He has a lot of character and personality. A lot of people don't think he's very small because of his presence when he goes into the ring, and that definitely makes me feel more confident when I go in. When I first got him, he had been ridden by a man, which I think for most of his life, which I think takes, a little getting used to for the horse. I also had never had a horse of his caliber before, so it took a little while to understand him and for him to understand me, but once it clicked, I think it really clicked. We started with some national classes, some national Grand Prix, getting really comfortable, and then our first real horse shows, FEI shows, were in Florida. And I remember the first week that I qualified for the 3-star Grand Prix, I could not have been more excited and more happy. It felt like it was the best thing that had ever happened to me, being able to jump an FEI Grand Prix in Florida. So that was only 2 years ago. The road to Omaha was difficult. There were a lot of qualifiers in our area that were, meaning America, that were really back-to-back. I really only have one horse at this level, so I tried to use him sparingly, but still obtain enough points to qualify and everything.
A great night for her over a technical track. We'll certainly see more of them.
Being here is something I would say unexpected. I don't think my 8-year-old self would have ever thought that I would make it this far. And it's just amazing watching your idols ride around. Even watching them from a distance was amazing when I've seen them a few times, but being in competition with them is just an honor at the end of the day. My hopes for this week would to just be to gain experience, really. It's a place where I get to learn from everybody that goes in the ring, watching as many people go, as many rounds, and getting to do it myself and try my best. And in the future, you know, I love representing the United States. I love being on teams. It's an incredible honor, and I would love to get the opportunity to do that again.
Now another rider representing the hosts here in Omaha, riding at her first ever World Cup final. It's Ailish Cunniffe with the 14-year-old gelding Vivaldi du Theil.
The crowds are enjoying this.
Yeah, certainly behind her.
There's so much more in the tank for these two. They just keep working on it and they'll get better and better.
Vivaldi took a little while. He was used to big men, and he really, really trusts her. And they have a great partnership because of that trust. Hopefully she does a bunch more Nations Cup classes, and hopefully does as many championships as possible.
To live and work with horses is a dream. I get to do what I'm passionate about every single day, and I feel very lucky to be able to do that.